everyone, my name is Karl Did you guys know, according to the EPA, that Americans recycle almost 94 million tons of waste each year? That equals about 1.5 pounds per person. Recycling is collecting and reprocessing discarded material that's used to repurpose new material. Everyone should start today recycling if they don't already, to just do their part in the environment. There's many diverse ways and materials and methods used to recycle. I was first introduced to recycling by a cartoon, Captain America. He kind of showed with his team of natural forces, they showed how to recycle and kind of gave you that sense of involvement as a child. Later on, I worked for volunteers. I picked up trash. Also worked at a recycling center where I sorted materials like plastics to metals to other things like that. So I've done a pretty good bit of recycling myself and know a good bit about it. Today I will discuss the methods of recycling and determine what items are eligible, how it's going to benefit us and impact us, and provide examples of ways it can actually earn us money. What can be recycled? Well, you can recycle glass, plastic, compost, paper, cardboard, metal. All these things are recyclable. And when you're speaking of plastic and metal, you can get money for them. It's broken down, recycling is broken down into 4 different types. It's going to be glass recycling, plastic not plastic, but glass, paper, metal, and composting. Glass recycling refers to when you collect the glass and send it to a processing plant and makes it new forms of glass. You can make glasses, mirrors, jars, plates, windows, even tables out of the recycled glass, which becomes new glass. Then you have paper recycling, which is, you collect newspapers, old paper, cardboard, things like any other paper products. And there's a process at the plant where they prep it, they pulp it, they form it, they press it, they dry it, and then kind of put it out in increments, which is actually like pages of paper. 1 ton of recycled paper saves 3.2 cubic yards of landfill space, saves 17 trees, 2 barrels of oil, and it could power a house for 6 months, the equivalent. And you have metal recycling, which refers to recovering and processing recycled metal that has reached its end of life and is ready to become a new form of metal. By doing this, we can save 60 to 90% of energy compared to making it from raw materials. Both ferrous and non-ferrous metals are accepted and can be recycled. Ferrous metals could be stainless steel, cast iron, wrought iron. Some non-ferrous metals are copper, aluminum, lead. Non-ferrous metals do not contain iron and they lack the magnetic properties. Ferrous contains iron and is not magnetic. And then finally you have your composting or recycling organic matter. This is referred to the breaking down of organic matter and yard debris, trimmings, table scraps, and pretty much anything else that's biodegradable. And you put it in a tub or wherever you're going to do it, just somewhere you can manage it and keep it turning. That keeps the things, biodegrading. And it's turned into a natural fertilizer to enrich the soil conditions naturally. Using compost reduces the release of methane gas, which would end up in a landfill, up to 50%. Composting saves somebody a total of about $44 a year, and that's from reducing the cost from going out and collecting it and disposing of it. There's many benefits and impacts that recycling holds around the world, and I broke them down into two main parts. Environmental, whereas reduction of trash in landfills, natural resource conservation, and preventing pollution. Personally, it affects people, by being able to breathe fresh air. It saves us money and creates a healthier planet for everybody. And it's less desirable to look at trash just laying on the side of the road, where you can just pick it up. You can make money with recycling bottles, cans, paper. Paper is not really that effective, but some bottles, they have just about every bottle has a label on them where they show the states and show the amount where you can get. This one has Hawaii and Maine 5 cents and Oregon at 10 cents. So you take that there, you turn it in, that's what you get. Aluminum cans is another alternative, just because aluminum is so freely available to anybody. They could just dig through the trash if they wanted to, or had a hard time. They could dig through trash, find cans, collect them, take them to the recycling center, and they will pay you money for that per pound, which is, I think it's about 55 cents a pound right now. And in conclusion, we determined how recycling is extremely beneficial, and it impacts us all dramatically, and our environment that we live in. Everyone should start today and do their part to recycle, like I said, if you don't already. So I've demonstrated, firstly, which materials are eligible to be recycled, and then I talked about recycling and its benefits and its impacts it has on everybody. And then finally, I told you how you can actually turn trash into cash. Evidence has shown that for over 4,000, not 4,000, existed since 400 BC, where the people used to conserve and save their glass for other times of use. So get out there today, start recycling those items that normally you might just throw in the trash, and continue the trend wherever you go. Pass it along, tell anybody you know, start recycling. Thank you very much.